Hi, Steve Adubato here. Welcome to a very special series of programs. We celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Russell Berrie Making a Difference Awards. 25 for 25 people we feature. This gentleman you're seeing on camera, this is Pino Rodriguez, founder, creator, and director, the Block Supporter Initiative in beautiful Camden, New Jersey. Good to see you, my friend Pino.
Thank you, Steve. It's always great to see you, and thank you for so much that you do to highlight these great programs that we have in our urban cities that are making a positive difference.
Well, you know, when I came down to Camden to see you and the folks who are working on this initiative, I was just so moved, so powerful. Describe for folks what the initiative is and why you care so much about the city you love. And I see it on your hat, the I Love Camden hat. Tell folks all about it.
Well, the Block Support Initiative was born out of waiting for positive things to happen as a result of the 1972 riots in Camden.
That's right.
That was the year. Okay, we've been faced with up to date 49 years of waiting for a positive difference to happen in these areas where we, where people usually riot and burn out their own neighborhoods and things like that. So the Block Support Initiative got tired of waiting. We saw all these negative things, and my children weren't able to stay home with me overnight, things like that. So I had to find a way to address the problems so that my children can come home and we can create a positive difference and change the culture of our residents. So by doing that, what we did was I researched all the problems of the neighborhood, the cries and things like that, whether it be drugs, whether it was educational or employment.
Violence.
And what I did after that was I looked at the resources to find out where are these locations of all these resources that address these issues. And I found that mostly in urban areas or in any area, when you have these cries and these problems in these areas, what you find is that if you research, you'll find that there is a lot of support for all these cries and all these problems. The problem is that we need to get them to step up more than what they have done and do their part and think outside the box on how they can do this. So it started by creating flower boxes and working with the residents, a positive, direct, immediate impact right in front of their homes. So it creates pride, respect, responsibility with a long-term accountability.
Pino, let me jump in here because when I came down to visit you a couple of years ago, the issue of racial and social justice has always been important, but it has never been more important than it is today. So the issue of racial and social justice plays out in cities and communities across this nation. But in Camden, at least from what I saw, it appeared to be even more powerful and significant in terms of the police involvement, you and your brothers and sisters right there on the streets. Are we making real progress in that regard? And is your organization helping in that area?
Well, in my opinion, Steve, we are headed in the right direction with programs like the Block Support Initiative that will address immediate concerns right in front of your home, because it's very important. Now, the cries for social justice and the problems that we're having today that came up just this year and things like that, well, they've been throughout the years, but more so in the forefront now, okay? Yes, I believe that all these concerns of injustice, racism, inequality, and all these things must be addressed. They must be addressed. But what I found was that most people are directing their energy towards the outside of their cities, okay, to try to change the culture. And what I want to say, okay, and Camden being a prime example, okay, is that you have to start in your cities, okay? Because a lot of times what we face in cities like Camden, and when you riot and you burn out your neighborhoods, is that you have to look for money to rebuild. Okay?
That's right.
I get that, but the problem stands where the money comes in most of the time from special interests and corporations, okay? And just like Camden, we're waiting. It's been 49 years, and it has.
And that's not going to your community. As I saw your community, that money's not going directly to where your neighborhood is.
No, it does not. It usually, this is what happens when they reach out for money. What happens is that, and this is my opinion, and what I see, what happens is that these corporations and these special interests will provide the funding, but they start a new neighborhood on the outside. They start from the outside, okay, and either work their way in and move out the existing neighborhoods that have burned out and have these concerns. Instead of addressing them, they move you right on out. So, you know, when cities, other cities like that have these concerns like rioting and burning out and things like that, they have to now focus, okay, on their government right in their cities. Because
Pino, sorry for interrupting. Is that why you're pushing voting so much?
Absolutely, because we have to go out and vote. We have to make a difference. And if you come out your door and you don't like what you've been seeing for decades and decades, okay, then it starts right there. What we always see, Steve, and I just want to make this point, is that mostly in urban cities, just like Camden, our children and our adults, our mothers and fathers are looking for ways, and our children are looking for ways to make it in life, right? And make it better for themselves. To what? This is what you hear, to come out of the city. To leave the city, okay? That is unacceptable. What we need to do is we need to make sure that we encourage them to make it. We all want our children to make it, but we need to encourage them to change the status quo in our own neighborhoods first. And
I'm tight on. One second. I'm so sorry for interrupting you. You make so much sense. What you say matters so much. But I see the Russell Berrie Making a Difference Award right over your right shoulder. Right. In the minute that we have left, tell everyone what that award meant and means to you and your team.
Well, just to sum it up, the Russell Berrie Making a Difference Foundation awarded me the opportunity to be able to continue the great work that I'm doing. Okay, I have used a lot of those.
It's a cash award. You were using your own money. You still use your own money.
And right now we're almost out of money because I've been using my own money, but we have hope. Okay, and I just came back to my own area. North Camden is working with Camden Lutheran Housing and sponsoring the program there. Of course, they're doing some modifications right now because of COVID, but we're hopeful that they can move on next year full steam. But now we have a sponsor here, Landing Square West Residents Association, and we're moving forward here with one of our council person that just yesterday speaking to this young lady named Shanita. Yep. She sounded just like me. She wanted to make a difference, and I'm hopeful that she can.
Hey, Pino, you make a difference every day, and you're going to inspire others by watching this to continue to, or to at least try to make a difference in their communities. That is Pino Rodriguez. He's in Camden. He loves his city, as you can see. We're proud to recognize him with 2018 Russell Berrie Making a Difference Award. Take care, my friend. I look forward to coming down and seeing you in Camden when we can be together all, safe. Take care, Pino.
Thank you, sir. We're doing great work. Follow up with us, and you'll see the difference that we continue to make. Thank you.
Thanks, Pino. Keep fighting. We'll be right back after this.